Hello everybody, welcome back to a video. Today we are doing another video on the 3x3 piston door. Today we are actually doing a tutorial on how to build the compact version. So as you know, over the last couple of days we designed this thing, which is the original version, the original, and then yesterday we designed this one, the more compact version, which is super cool. So I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can make the more compact version for yourselves and put it into your own base. So if you haven't seen these two videos, then I would go check them out. They're not that long. I think the more compacted version is like 2 minutes and then that one's like 5 minutes. So not too long, but this one's probably going to be a bit long because I'm going to show you guys how to build this. So first you're going to do is you're going to find a little bit of space. Now a bit of a tip that I would recommend is to build this a couple of times in some sort of redstone testing world or just a Minecraft creative world before you put it into your survival base, just because just so you know and you've practiced it and you know what you're doing and everything before you build in survival. You spend ages gathering all those resources and then it doesn't work or something. So yeah, make sure you do test it and practice it in the world first. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a block down and then put a lever on it and then stick some redstone dust on the top. Now guys, remember, if I am going too fast you can always pause it until you're up to where I am up to. So yeah, then you're going to place a block next to it and a block above that, and then a block next to it and a block above that. So should create this kind of U shape. And then if you place a redstone torch there and a redstone torch there, and then what you'll need to do is you'll need to place a block there, a block on the side of it, and then a block on top of it. Then a redstone just there, and a redstone just there, okay? Now we can start getting our pistons in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a piston, we actually need to make sure we're flown up enough, and then place a piston off that torch, a piston off that torch, and then a piston off the side of that, okay? And then what that system will do is basically activate that middle one. So yeah, you need to make sure that that's in place, okay? Then what you can do is you can place your blocks. Now guys, I'm just going to use yellow wool for this whole thing, but you guys can use whatever blocks you want. I just like using yellow wool to do all my circuits. As you can see, I use it quite a bit in my testing world, just because it's bright and the redstone on it stands out and stuff for troubleshooting. So yeah, and then if you place another row there to basically cover up the piston arm. Now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to put the next blocks in place. So we're going to do basically build up until we have our 3x3 door shape. Now we need to put the pistons onto that. So what we can do is we can build off it and then basically build out. And then what you basically want is it basically needs to be a block between the piston and the door. Okay. Now what we're going to do is you can break that and then put another piston on top of it. Now what you want to do is you need to make sure that you don't have it so more than one piston is pulling over the same block. So basically those 3 pistons have them 3 blocks, and then those 2 pistons are going to have them 2 blocks, and there's going to be more pistons on the top that have them 2 blocks, and then them ones are going to be with the double piston extender. So what we're going to do then is we are going to have a block and then go up again. Then you're basically going to have a repeater, I think. Yep, you're going to have a repeater, and then you're going to have a redstone torch. Then on that redstone torch you're going to have a block on top of it, and then it's basically going to do a shape that looks a bit like that, so kind of a staircase kind of thing. Then you're going to place redstone dust there and there. Then you're going to place a piston going up with a redstone block on it. Wait, no, redstone block. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have a yellow wool in line with where the piston arm is, and then you're going to put some redstone dust in it. And as you can see, that activates them 2 pistons. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to get the top pistons in place. So if we just build up and kind of create, in a way, I guess like a frame. So this is basically just going to be for our pistons. So what you can do now is you can remove them and you can place a sticky piston then a redstone block. Okay? Now guys, just a bit of a notice, I forgot to say this at the start of the video. Well, two things actually. Number one, when I say piston, I mean sticky piston. So all of the pistons used in this build are sticky pistons, opposed to the regular pistons. Because if you were to use regular pistons, then it would close the door, but it wouldn't open it, because normal pistons can't pull blocks. So the next thing we're going to do is just going to use redstone dust and basically go over them, and then they should activate too. Okay? Now, what we should be able to do now is give it a bit of a test, and you should see that all of it opens except for those two blocks. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're basically going to surround here and fill in kind of all of the gaps. So your thing should look something like... Nope, it shouldn't look like that. It should look like this. Now, what's happened? That piston has retracted. There, okay. So yeah, it should look like that. Might as well want to fill in the corners if you really do want to do it very decorative. And also, if you want to, you can fill in them gaps. Okay. Now we obviously need to sort these two blocks. Now you would think, oh right, okay, it's easy. You know, you just need another piston. Then that middle block's left, so we're going to have to make a double piston extender. So what we're going to do is we are going to have two blocks there, then we are going to have redstone dust around. Now what I would recommend doing at this point is activating it so it's closed. It just makes it easier to kind of do this part of the redstone. So what we're going to do now is if we do them two blocks there, we can place a redstone dust there and a repeater there. Then what we're going to do then is we're going to have two blocks there, and then we're going to have a redstone torch on top. Now we are going to have a block on top of that redstone torch and have another redstone torch. Okay? Then we're going to have another block on top of that, and then we're going to have a piece of redstone dust. So, hope that all makes sense. Remember, if I am going too fast, then you can just always pause it, and then you'll have a bit of time to catch up. So, now what we're going to do is going to go out one, then we're going to go like that, then we're going to go up one, then we're going to go up again, then we're going to go across. Okay, then we're going to place an obsidian block, and then put redstone on top of all of that. So it should all connect up, okay? Now, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to place two blocks here, and then on this, and then we're going to place another two blocks here. Then we're going to put a piece of redstone dust here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have two repeaters. Now guys, this first repeater, you need to click it 3 times to get 4 ticks, and then this one you just need to click it once to get 2 ticks. Now that's just going to be part of the double piston extender circuit. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to come down and basically, in a way, open it. So yeah, now most of it should be opened, and then what you want to do is place 2 blocks. Oh no! What you want to do is place 2 blocks, and then have your 2 pistons, okay? And they need to be facing into each other. Now, what we need to do is we need to set up one more thing, and then you're nearly ready to go. Now, what you need to do is you need to make a little bit of a pathway for the redstone coming around here. Now, one thing to make sure of here is that your pathway comes, there's a gap between the pathway and that piston, because if you were to do it there, then this redstone would activate that piston before them 2 ticks are up, which is not what we want. So we need to make sure that there's a gap between, so everything goes smoothly. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a piece of redstone dust going into a repeater, and then we're on to the monostable circuit part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go them 2 blocks, and then them 2 blocks, and then we are going to go up one, and then have that block. And then we're going to put some sort of block on there. Now guys, the block that piston is pushing, that's super important. You need to make sure that it's a solid block and not a block like glass or glowstone. Now guys, if you don't really know what's considered a solid block and what's considered a transparent block, then I would recommend just using wool. Then, if you don't really know which to use, wool is easiest. So what you need to do then is you're obviously going to place the wool block there. Then you're going to do a redstone repeater, fully ticked, so you need to press 3 times. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to place 2 blocks like that, but then remove the middle one. That's super important as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a piece of redstone dust. And then we're going to basically loop this path around, and basically want it to join up with that piston there, okay? And we need to make sure that this path is less than 16 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that one's 12 blocks, so we are good. And another thing to make sure of is that that piece of redstone dust is facing into the block instead of just bypassing it. So basically, yeah, that is pretty much the whole system sorted. So there's just a couple more things to do. The first one is to put 2 slime blocks on the back of there, and then we are pretty much good to go. So basically, as you can see, the whole thing closes, and then eventually the whole thing will open. What's happened here? Oh, I know what's happened. We forgot to put our redstone dust on there. So what you want to do is you need to do 2 pieces of redstone block and 2 pieces of redstone dust, not redstone blocks. And then the redstone dust needs to be pointing into the block next to the piston, okay? Then what we should do is this thing fully closes, and then eventually it should fully open. There we go. Now, to extend down your corridor, all you need to do is use obsidian blocks around the slime block, but then you can use whatever block you want to basically extend this, going, into your base, or, around wherever, or, wherever you want around your, wherever you want the thing to go. You can just, yeah, lead it to it. So that is it. We are officially done. Now, guys, yeah, this version is better than the original version. This thing, well, the whole corridor can actually extend. With this one, you get stopped by this redstone right here. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this video. And I'll see you all soon in a brand new video. If you would like to try this, then, if you want to, then yeah, you can. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Also, if you have, built this, thing in your world, then I would love to hear about it. So maybe if you, comment in the comment section down below on this video, what type of, what you used it for, and whether you found it quite easy, whether you found the redstone quite difficult, maybe if you had any problems that you don't really understand what is happening, then I'm happy to answer all of them. So thank you all so much for watching this video. My name is PandaTech10, and I will see you all soon in a brand new redstone video. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye.